Hello there and welcome to PS4 Fun, and I'm having a look at Steamworld Heist, the latest game from Image and Form to come to the PlayStation 4. This was originally launched on the 3DS, and it is a strategy role-playing game, which I'll show you how it works in a little while. Steamworld Dig was a game that came out a couple of years ago, which was great fun, had exactly the same kind of aesthetic in terms of its animation. This is set with a different set of characters, and rather than being a kind of Minecraft kind of, I don't know, Chucky Egg kind of 2D platform, well, this is a 2D SRPG, and strategy role players are my favourite type of game. I love them. I cut my teeth on Vandal Hearts and Ark the Lad Twilight's the Spirit and Final Fantasy Tactics. I love these games. This is your captain called Piper. She's the lead character. We've got this little chappie here, Seabrass. We've got Ivansky, who's been coming with me in a second to go on a particular mission. He likes to keep fit. We've got the old timer over here, which is Valentine, and we got Sally down here. And up steering our spaceship, we've got Wonky. Apparently there are 10 playable characters altogether, so Wonky is not a playable character, so you've got to collect them all. You can chat with people. Generally, every time someone levels up, you get a conversation with them. Time to harness that rage of yours, Gabrielle. Ooh. So, there is a story. Essentially, these guys, the Earth has been destroyed. These little steam bots, as they're called, or cowbots, they are now scavenging the galaxy for gallons. Water is the resource because they're powered by steam. And these guys are some scrappers, which are nasty people who seem to be causing a bit of a mess at the minute and spoiling everyone's fun. So little space pirate Piper here is taking them all on. So this is your base. You have a spaceship. And I imagine you, as you get more crew, they'll occupy different parts of your nice little spaceship. You have a world map, which we'll have a little look at. So I've spent about 3 hours playing the game so far. But you can, if you want to grind, and I think actually grinding is going to be a necessity in this game, you can revisit places you've been to and get some additional XP. This one down here is great. It's only one player at a time, but you can level up really quickly in there. We're going to go here. Now, so far, the most I've seen, if you go to this one, you can take 3 of your guys in. I don't know whether it gets to any more than 3. It looks like not. I'd like to be able to take all my characters in. That's what I loved about Vandal Hearts. Vandal Hearts allowed you to take all 11 of your characters in, and that was real management, that was. But we can take 2 in here. I haven't done this one yet. So we'll go in here and see what we can do. But we've got a nice little animated map here that we can journey around. That's a shop, a gun shop. We've got a bar, which also has a gun shop in it, and an item shop. And a bar over here. Once you buy the items in these shops, they do not replenish though. So it's not like you go back an hour later and there's new stock. They've got a limited amount of stock. Once you bought it all, you have to find somewhere else to buy stuff. So I'm going to go back for now. We're going to have a look at the crews. So in the inventory, you've got crew. We got Piper, we got Seabrass, Sally, Valentine and Butterball, and they've all got different things. So Piper Faraday, she is a smuggler captain, but she's a sniper. She uses handguns, particularly with sniper scopes, and sniper scopes are really useful in this game, as you'll see in a little while. These two here are about shotguns and submachine guns. He's another sniper, particularly with sniper rifles that don't allow you to move because he's got quite a nice buff. And this guy is about things that go boom. And they've all got different distances they can travel, and different health and all sorts of stuff going on here. So let's have a look at the abilities in Piper. So handgun is a default weapon. She's a sharpshooter by trade, so particularly good with sniper rifles and sniper pistols. She's got a shot that does extra damage that's on a cooldown. She's leveled up some health. Inspire is a buff that she has and anybody near her gets. Power shot cooldown is reduced, so that was 3 moves before I could use it again. Now it's only 2. And she's now just got an area repair. Over here, just to show you some other ones, he's got assault weapons, paybacks. When he gets hit, he has a 2+ bonus damage on his next shot. His health's gone up, and he once he's damaged, he gets 1 health back every round. And then we'll have a little look, say, over here at Bogdan the Great. He's got payback again. His health goes up much more. He's kind of a melee character because he's got abs of steel, which gives him invulnerability for a turn, but also an addition to melee damage. And you can equip these guys, as we'll see in a minute, before we go into the ship. Right, let's get into a game. So let's go over here and we're going to travel to Space Train, which is a little side mission that I picked up. I have completed this, but on the Vita. This is PS4 Vita cross-buy, not cross-save, sadly. So I put about 4 hours into the Vita, thinking that I could carry on with the PlayStation 4 version, but at the moment cross-save isn't implemented, which is a bit of a shame. So I've had to get back into and do it all here so you can see what works. But it does work very well on the Vita. I will say that the aiming is far less squidgy on the PlayStation 4. The thumbsticks on the Vita are a bit weedy and it's difficult to aim, but it's much better on the PlayStation 4, but both play perfectly well. So let's go and take this on. So 2 of my guys can go in. I've got to eliminate all the scrappers, get the epic swag, and then evacuate. Now, before you go into any of these missions, you can change the difficulty. So casual, got a mission for regular. I'm on experience at the moment, so I get a bigger. If I fail the mission, I lose 50% of my money. More enemies, more enemy health, and more enemy damage. So we have a look here. That one gets more numbers, more enemy numbers, and more enemy damage, but their enemy health doesn't go up. If I go to veteran, you can see that things go, but you get bonus experience. I'm going to get 10% additional experience for doing it on experienced. Right, we'll select experienced. We'll do our loadout. Now I got Piper and Bogdan the Great. So Piper's got her gun there. I can go in and swap compatible guns around. I'm going to stick with this one because there's a lot of damage and it's got a scope on it, which is really useful. That's a heal, and I'm going to... What should we give her? I'm going to give her a... Oh, he's got that. In fact, I'm going to give her some armor. And he's got his area damage. Friendly fire is on, so you've got to be very careful. He's got a grenade, which is very, very powerful, this one. And he can take an extra turn if need be, so he can extra shot if he uses that one. And hats are very important. You can pick hats up. In fact, I'm going to give her that hat, and I'm going to give him that one. It makes no difference. There's no buffs, no thing for it, but you can just collect them, and you collect them by shooting them off the heads of the people who are wearing them, which is really cool. Right, let's go. Start. So this is quite a tricky mission. You'll see why in a minute. Thankfully, an awful lot of the baddies do just commit suicide in this one, as will become apparent. Okay, now I'm going to take one up and one down. I'll explain the movement in a minute. So here we are. We've got a yellow bay. Now this is the distance we can travel, and with the ability to take an action. You can go further, but then it turns blue, and it means you can move there, but you can't actually take an action. You'll see that in a minute. But what I like to do is to get my guys ready. You've been going through a door, you've no idea what's on the other side. So I like to start with fresh moves. I'm going to open that door, and there are 2 guys, 3 guys here, 4 guys here. So I'm going to go behind cover, like this, and that affords me good cover. And then what we can do, see now it's gone blue. I've moved, made one move, a bit like XCOM, actually, if you've played XCOM. You've got 2 movement phases, essentially. One movement phase will allow you to take action. The second movement phase will allow you to travel further, but not take an action. So the blue thing means I can move, but I won't be able to do anything. If I hit R2, this is why it's really useful to have a laser sight, because you can angle and do that, which is really useful. Oh, I've got a trophy. Nice. I'm going to take him back here. Poop. Now, I've done a bit of a boo-boo there because I didn't actually take him through the door. So now everyone's going to be focusing on Piper. Well, hopefully they'll be stupid. I lose concentration when I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. Now, these guys were very good at killing themselves earlier on. They're not doing it quite so well this time. Right. Now, what I'm going to do with Piper, I'm going to keep her there, and I'm going to take this dude out. He's gone. Lovely. And this time I'm going to bring him... where do we want him to go? Well, it makes no difference with cover particularly. So this guy, If I move along, you can lose the right thumbstick to move along. Now, there is less aiming here, so I've got to hopefully get... And I missed, which isn't good. But the likelihood is he's going to kill himself. Oh, no. Go on, kill yourself. Ow! Right, I'm going to take her forward. I can blow his hat off. You see, if I shoot the hat, it blows the hat off. Nice. We're going to move him to here. We're going to take this guy out. Come on. So hopefully... Oh, flipping heck. Oh, there was cover in the way. Ow! Well, thankfully she does have a full heal. Let's see about getting you. And I'm going to move forwards. So actually cover is a bit of a... It doesn't work so well with these guys. Let's bounce it off the door into the back of his head. Lovely. Now, all of the weapons have ricochet, but the sniper rifles obviously allow you to aim properly with it. You've got to guess with the others where the ricochet is going to go. What I'm going to do is I've lost too much health really for this early in the game. How many have you got? 5. Okay, I'm going to move them forward. I'm going to move them both forward. We can probably cope. Piper's looking all right. I can always pop his invulnerability if I need to. Right, let's open the door up. All right, back here. This is going to be quite easy. These guys are going to go down. Whee! Okay, so Piper's going to go through, and she is going to take him out. Lovely. Right. Now what I'm doing here is I've got to eliminate 18 of these scrappers and pick up the loot. Now, the problem I find with this game is that there's the loot. If I walk over it, I don't pick it up. I've actually got to stand on that square to pick it up. I would love to have been able to just walk over any loot and it would be automatically collected, but that's not the way it works, unfortunately. Now, I am going to go here and I'm going to hopefully take out a load of guys. Let's see, come on. I think I can take out all 3 of them. With that. Oh, not quite. Oh, poo. Oh, but he's hurt his mate. He's blown his mate up. Ha ha! I like it. Right, let's go through for Piper, and we're going to just shoot this guy in the head. Oh, no, I didn't shoot his hat off. That's a shame. How many have I got left to kill? Just the one. This should be easy. Whee! Now, there is a greater variety of enemies than this, with different weapons. This was the mission I'd got to, so I thought I'd stick with this one. Let's go and grab the loot. Okay, there's quite a lot of enemy variety. There's melee attackers, there is snipers. They have the same kind of range of activity as you do. No, that should be all right. Let's... Oh, you can see you can pull off some really, really cool shots if you are, like, for instance... Boom! Love it. And again, this is a train that I'm on, so the level is much more linear than you would get otherwise. Oops, didn't want to do that. And how many have I got left to kill? I've got 6 left to kill. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot of dudes. Hopefully they will completely kill each other. Right. What are we going to do here? I can swap to him first if I want to. Can he get up there? Because I'm actually going to take him up here. Because I think if I can... Now he gets additional damage now, because that's a buff that he gets from being close to Piper. And if I pull this off... Oh, yes! Oh, now that was nice. Eat lead. Oh, no, I can't shoot through there. Can I bounce it off anything? Oh, no. Just not quite far enough forward to bounce it off. See if I could just... No, can't do it. Oh, that's a pain. Alright, well, I'll just end my turn. See what this guy does. He might just kill himself. See, they're not bright. They're not bright. Oh, we got exploding barrels, as you can see. I'm going to just shoot his hat off. I want to shoot his hat off. Oh, I didn't get his hat. Right, you can pick up that. I'm inspired. Right, anything else I need to pick up? No. Right, let's go over here. So I'm nearly there. Epic loot, epic swag is obviously beyond these doors. And I've got just 2 bad guys left. Right, okay. Piper, you can take him out. In fact, let's go back over here. I want to shoot his hat off. I missed his hat. Got ya. Now, all we need to do is, I'm not going to pick up the epic loot yet. Let's pick up the swag. He can pick up that swag. And then Piper can pick up the epic loot. Nice. So what will happen now is I will evacuate. And this is the way the game will go. It's either kill everyone and collect all the loot. It's generally about collecting all the loot, actually. Once you've collected all the loot, you then evacuate the ship. And you have to get to a designated area and end the turn with all of your characters in place. It's a fairly, it's a well-used trope. There were certain parts of Valkyria Chronicles where you had to do that, or certainly one where you had to get everyone in. And I know they do that with XCOM as well. Get everyone where you need to be, and then you can finish the game. And there we go. Now, in more difficult missions, you will find that you'll have a countdown, and that countdown will either lead to turrets being spawned, or it could be additional enemies being spawned. So it puts a bit of risk in there as well. And yet you can just go and finish the mission and evacuate, but you really want to explore the whole of the ship to pick up more swag. So this is what we have picked up. And you get this. It's a bit like, I don't know, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, where you have to do all the packs. So you find out what we've got. I've got a Frontier Thumper Mark II. I think I've already got one of those. That's water, which is currency. Water, currency, that's currency. This one's going to be an item because it's gold. That's just to be sold. So that's 1,600 gallons. And then I seem to remember that this is a rocket launcher. A Frontier Thumper Mark III. So I think we got the Frontier Thumper Mark II. I think that's an upgrade for Ivan Novoznov thingy. Right, we continue. And I've only got a certain amount of space in my inventory. So sometimes I might have to sell stuff to make space. You can buy additional slots, but I bought all the ones that are available in this part of the world. So there's a little bit of item management. So he's got a Frontier Thumper Mark II, so I'm going to sell that. And then I'm going to sell, that's a Mark III, sell that. And now I've got a nice Mark III. Lovely. Awesome. Continue. So you get star ratings. Star ratings will add to your reputation, and reputation will do a number of things. And we go. It's quite a slow process to level up as well. It takes a lot of effort, which is why grinding might be necessary on occasion. So reputation does a number of things. Firstly, if you want to recruit staff members, so let's just get rid of that. Sally, for instance, would only join us when our reputation was above a certain level. He, again, our reputation had to be at a certain level for him to join us. This guy, we just gave him cash. That was fine. So reputation will be part of unlocking the characters that you want to take with you. It is also about various locked areas. So, for instance, Astrolawn, which is a pathway to the next level, I need 22 reputation to be able to access it. So if I click on that, I've now got access to this ship. Backwater Bodega. So this is a shop, but there's no one there at the minute. I think I have to finish the whole of this area before that one is available. And again, I've got 20 reputations, so I can unlock the next part of the map, which is the next story mission. And then let's go up. Whee! And then also, reputation can be spent. I like this. If you dock with something, you run a boom. So he's a dapper gentleman. I haven't bought any of this stuff because I've already kind of got loot that's better than it. But where's the ones that require? I think is disabled now, but this weapon required a certain amount of reputation before you could buy it. So it's unlocked now because obviously I've hit the reputation cap. So reputation will also prevent you from buying certain of the weapons and upgrades as well. There's nothing here I want. See you, dude. Thanks, Mum. Right, okay. So, Steamworld Heist. That's the game. Now, the level I showed you was not one of the better ones. They're normally on much bigger maps than that, with a much denser variety of enemies. Like I said, there are melee characters. I've just come across one that carries a portable shield, so it blocks all of your bullets, or if you shoot a grenade at it, the grenade will bounce off. So we've got exploding melee characters that come up to you and destroy. The melee characters will destroy your cover, so they'll come up and attack cover. Once you're out of cover, they will hit you with melee attacks, but also one of them will explode. So if you are trying to kill it and you're too close to it, it will damage you as it explodes. Snipers, guys with, as you saw with the grenade launchers, guys with submachine guns, shotguns, a full gamut of stuff. And say I'm only 4 hours into a game or 3 hours actually into a game which is meant to last 15 to 20. So I'd imagine I'll see an awful lot more enemy variety too. Also, the missions themselves have some variety. Like I said, the majority of them are work your way through the ship, gather all the loot, leave. But there was one where I had to rescue someone's stolen loot and I had to go somewhere and destroy a generator first. The generator unlocked the place I was going to, but also raised an alarm which spawned a load of extra enemies. One of the next story missions, I have to destroy 2 generators in a very small space to grab some loot again. So there is some variety to the mission structure. I would like, hopefully later on, to be able to take more than 3 of my guys into battle, but as you can see, they're very tight, small environments, so it might be that 4 characters just not great. I don't know. As I say, that might happen as we get further through the game and I unlock additional members of my team. I'll be interested to see how I'd imagine I'm going to find one that's pure melee, perhaps. We'll see whether there are any other classes. I'd like one with a big shield. That would be cool. Movable cover. That would be really, really useful. So that's me. That's Steamworld Heist. It's currently on PlayStation Network. In the UK, it retails at £14.99 or £13.49 if you've got PS Plus. So I'd imagine that's something in the region of $19 or 19 euros. I don't know what the exchange rate is, whatever the regional equivalent is. I like the fact that, look, when she's on a slope, she stands differently. There are certain really, really high-end AAA titles who don't have that attention to detail. And when people are standing in slopes, it looks really rubbish. So it is fun. The dialogue is quite witty. The story is engaging. The characters are just glorious. I mean, it is so funny. This guy's got a bit of steam. This guy's old, and you can see he's got a bit of a furnace on his back, and he's kind of puffing a lot of steam, far more than anyone else. Sally here's a backwater farmer type lady who is all about tractors and ploughing the land. So it's got a lot of personality. So if you've got a spare few hours to play, by all means pick it up. I say it works just as well on the Vita. I find the aiming a little bit squidgier, a little less accurate on the Vita, simply because the sticks aren't as good. But it works perfectly well on the Vita. I say I played about 4 hours of it, though I'd imagine I will be completing the game on the PS4 because I just like playing it on a nice big screen. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like, give it a share, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. It's at PS4, so PSPHWAR for Twitter, because that used to be this channel's name before I changed it because that was a rubbish name. And on Facebook, it's under PS4 Fun. So thanks very much for watching, and as always, I'll speak to you again soon, and have a fantastic gaming week. Bye-bye for now.